Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Steven with Freeze Peach Gaming. This is where I talk about pop culture, politics, and where the two collide. Please consider giving me a like, comment, and subscribe down below because it helps the algorithms do their algorithming. Today, I am talking about Tim Pool getting swatted. Just the other day, I think 2-3 days ago, he got swatted while he was live streaming with Brandon Tatum. I'm not going to do a breakdown of the situation because Tim has already done a video on that. I will link it in the description below so that you can check that out. I wanted to talk about the overall effect of Tim getting swatted and what this means going forward in the communities that want to speak out. I believe, and this is speculatory, but I believe this was done for political motivations. This was done to create a chilling effect, to scare not only Tim, but to scare others out of spreading facts and truths. We have been chucking out red pills like ones at a strip club, and they are tired of that because they want others to believe in a perceived utopia so that they can control them through fear and all that other bullshit that they try to do. They want to create us as an enemy to the perceived utopia. They want everyone to live under this blanket of safety that you can only get from supporting the leftists and the authoritarianists. You can't get it from supporting freedom, and you can't get it from supporting people like Tim Pool or myself. They don't just want Tim to be silent. They want everyone else to be silent. They want everyone else to live under the fear that because we are speaking truth to power, that we could be put in danger at any time, and not just us. That's the really dangerous part about swatting, is it's not just directly the people who are getting swatted, but it's their loved ones and those who they live with and those who they work with. They want you to not just be afraid for the individual, for yourself, but for everyone else around you. The fact that they are doing this denotes that they are afraid of what we are doing. They want us to be afraid, but truly they are doing this because they are afraid of what we have to say. They are afraid of the war on reality that we call out all the time. They don't want you to speak out about certain things, like certain jab mandates that might get put in. They don't want you to speak about certain Fauci souse, as Salty Cracker would say. They don't want you to do this. And they tried doing this with censorship, but censorship is easy enough to avoid with sarcasm. And speaking of Salty Cracker, he is the king of subverting censorship with sarcasm. An example would be, boys and girls, you gotta go out and you gotta get your 15 jabs of the Fauci souse. And if you don't, you're a bigot. You don't want to be a bigot. So boys, go get your 15 jabs and then all the sauce and wear your masks and go around. And that is how you combat censorship with sarcasm. And you should go watch Salty Cracker if you haven't seen him before, because it's hilarious, and he's speaking truth to power, and he completely subverts the censorship that they put out. Censorship wasn't working, so now they're going towards fear. They want you to be afraid to speak out the truth. And sort of where censorship and fear combine is where you have cancel culture, where they're trying to make you afraid of being censored. Now, we need to respond to this whole situation by going even harder than before. We don't need to show our fear. We don't need to be afraid. And I'm going to tell you how people like myself out there who, go out and speak truth to power, I'm going to tell you how you can avoid this later on. But we need to go even harder than before. We need to find more of their bullshit, and we need to show more of it to the public. We need to combat this fear with conviction. That is the best way we can do this, and that is the biggest impact that we can have, and the biggest impact that people like myself could have, or people like Tim Pool or anyone else who's speaking out on the internet can have, isn't through what we have to say or what our actions are. It's through you, the audience. You are the most important piece of this puzzle. You listening to us, you viewing the war on reality, you being able to observe the bullshit that they're peddling out there and speaking out against it to your friends, your family, and your colleagues will have significantly greater impact than Tim Pool could ever have, than even Joe Rogan, who has like the #1 show in the fucking world. Dude gets like 11 million viewers. You have more impact than he can. You need to stand up, and you need to fight this fear with conviction as well. They've made you afraid of losing your job. They've made you afraid of losing your friends, of losing family members, because they don't want you to speak out. They don't want you to tell the truth. But only you can fight this war on reality. I can't do it by myself. Tim Pool can't do it. Joe Rogan can't do it. The guys at Rogue Entertainment can't do it. If you don't speak out and stand with conviction against their bullshit. How people like myself and others can combat this, Brandon Tatum actually brought up during the live stream while they were getting swatted. What you can do is open a dialogue with the police. I know a lot of people don't like talking to police, particularly people in the anarcho-libertarian spaces, but if you are speaking out and you are, especially if you're live streaming, that is the number one time they're going to come after you, is during a live stream. Go talk to the police. Tell them what you do. Tell them that you are afraid that people might try to SWAT you. And they can put a flag on your account. Just go in and I heard Donut Operator talking about this about a year ago, and he actually subverted a swatting attempt on him because he did this. Go in to your local police department, call them up, and say, hey, I'm a YouTuber. I'm going out there. I'm saying some stuff that's going to piss people off, and I think that somebody in the future might try to swat me. So if there is a situation to where someone calls in and says, there's a potential swatting situation at my house, I'm the person you can call. These are some other people you can call that live in the home. Make sure you talk to them and you confirm the situation before you just go breaking into the house. That is how you can avoid all of this bullshit. And that means that this whole swatting bullshit and all of this fear they're trying to do can be completely destroyed by simply opening up a dialogue with the local police departments. That is all I have to say for today, ladies and gentlemen. Have a wonderful day, and never be afraid to speak your mind.